So during the webinar, we shared that there was an experiment done where they gave rewards to children, and over time, their productivity started to fall, and they treated the play that they were doing more as work over time. And we use the analogy of giving a cookie. So we had a participant that was sharing that essentially they already have the cookie, but they think they need to go get the cookie, and they're not actually able to enjoy the things they have right now. So when you hear someone share something like that, what comes up for you?
When we have an intention, we are drawing a vision or a thought or a feeling in the future, but actually the sensation it's felt in the body. The body doesn't know the future. So actually this is not true. Intention can never be in the future. Scientifically, it's not true. Whenever we have an intention, we feel it, we think about it, we speak about it, it's in the now. And then based on that feeling, we will see it will determine how to move forward. If in the now we're not able to value and be grateful to that feeling, thought, word, action of that intention, if we do not have a gratitude, we're gonna live in lack and we're gonna live chasing a dream that actually it's not even there. So gratitude is the key and the most important thing for intention, because gratitude is in the moment, in the now, in the body, and intention is in the now, in the moment. So if those two don't meet, we're never gonna get what we need.
Hmm. I also was just thinking also chasing dreams is that you are already in the future. And when you are in the future, when your mind's in the future or in the past, but especially in the future, it brings up a lot of anxiety. It brings up a lot of expectation. So how, and then there's a split, there's a schism. So how can, as we had done in our webinar, is like being with now, which is the breathing, the body is in the now. Mind can go into think in the past or the future. So as you'll see, it's really understanding that this is always going to happen with the mind, but how to bring the mind into now. And it's a lot through the body. And this is where gratitude is. So even when people go, yeah, I'm present, let's be present, you cannot think being present. You have to start with where you are, with the body, and starting allowing yourself to come into that as an anchor.
I will, I like it. Every answer, we do not, no man, no woman, no human holds the only truth. It's a multi reality we live in, but truth is one. So if we all share and always coming to a certain feeling, certain understanding that's common, that being we're hitting the big truth with the big truth with a big T. So everything we're sharing here, it's still part of the big T. So now I'm gonna enter another angle, part of this big T. So that's why I like it. I'm gonna share from an angle. Like the sun shines also always from different angle, but the sun itself always shining. There's no angle. It depends where we are sitting in the house or where we are moving in time and space. As a human beings, we are moving in time and space in a physical body. So hence there's an angle. So the angle I'm gonna share about is understanding. One moment. Actually, I was so focused. My intention was to explain the introduction for this one I'm going to share, that I let go of what's coming next because it was not in the now moment. So I'm going to go back to the now moment, recollect what ignited this introduction, which itself is an answer. And here it comes. The answer came back again. To your question, a person who said, actually, I do have the cookie, but I go on chasing. There is the question of gratitude. This is ultimately, right? We're not perfect beings, and there is a reason why we're not perfect beings, because sometimes it's needed. So the answer I would have to bring a reflection to a person or to each one of us, I'm like, if you realize you have the cookie and you really stop all of that, are you ready to let go of emotional friction? Knowing that from our experience, emotional friction makes life more juicy because we trained from very young age. The up and down, the ebb and flow gives out something. A juice comes out. We call it pleasure and we call it pain, and we get used to it. That's why even though lots of people who are constantly in relationship where they're fighting, they say, I am fed up of fighting. And actually, and they put intention, they don't want to fight again. And I did it. And I did my own relationship. The truth of the matter is, once I got aware, when I had awareness with time, I realized how much I love it because very early on, there was fight around me, my family, and everything. And the moment that I was about to let go of it with my intention, a sadness arose. If I really follow my intention, I won't have this friction. But if I won't have this friction, that means this feeling of a constant, and then the release after, it will be gone. What can give me that? For many things in my life, I decided not to let go fully of it. Hence, I accepted that my intention was not, I was not respecting my intention, but I accepted that I still want to play out certain things because they give me something. But for other things, once I understood that, I slowly let go of them. And then as I don't want to use the word miracle, even though miracle is nothing that the science we don't know yet about. Uh, it's like in a fraction of a second, things disappeared. A conditioning, and this is a conditioning of the mind, of the collective within me disappeared for the only simple reason. I saw the intention arising. I met with it energetically, physically, emotionally, and mentally. And then I acted out, and it took fraction of a second, and a belief that it was holding me for decades, for 20 years, 30 years, vanished in a moment. Because actually, I didn't think other than that. This is my intention. So intentions are really, really, really powerful. But I don't judge people who don't want to, who struggle in that, because sometimes we're enjoying the game of friction, of fire and water. And that's a fact.